Hi, my name's John Jovaags, and this is my wife Ruth, and we farm near Austin, Minnesota. We have a kind of a diversified farm. We have cattle, sheep, pigs, and row crops, and we do a little bit of vegetables and produce. And we farm about 500 acres.
You know, we talked for years about organic agriculture, organic food, organic everything, but we didn't have the experience of being organic. We knew other farmers had certified and it was working, so we dove in. I think that has worked well, and we're happy that we did that. And it has actually, because it has worked, it's enabled us to make a viable income.
The first year I tried organic soybeans, I tried them and I cultivated and tine weeded and cultivated. I did all this stuff trying to keep the weeds out of the soybeans, and it was a challenge. And when we went to combine them, it was a weedy mess. And I remember when I finished that year, I said, I don't want to grow soybeans again. This was too much of a mess. And then I started hearing about what Aaron Silva did with roller crimping on soybeans. And that was that moment of going, well, maybe I'll try soybeans that way, but I don't want to do it again where I'm cultivating and tine weeding and doing all this stuff because it's just so hard to keep the weeds out of it. And so then we tried that roller crimping. This was a couple years later then. And we had moderate success the first year. This is the fourth year we've done it now, and I'm sold. It's the way that I want to raise soybeans. So what we're trying to do, though, is we're building our rotations. I started, I would say, when we were talking about and had success with the roller crimp soybeans. That was what we decided, hey, we've got to build our rotation around making sure we can have roller crimp soybeans every year. So then in order to do that, we have to have the rye planted the first week or two of September the year prior. So that backs you up to say, well, then whatever we're growing that year has to be harvested and off the field by September 1st. So we have to come up with crops, small grains or buckwheat or different things that you can get off the field prior to September. So then that backs up then the prior year. You want to have corn at some point in your rotation. So then, so we kind of build this whole system off of that. And now we're going to try, like next year, hopefully if everything works out, this field we're sitting in right now, we're going to plant hairy vetch with some rye and try roller crimping corn into this field and see how that works. Again, we're just trying a small field. We're going to do 12 acres again and see if that works. And so you got to try new things, but it's trying to build rotations that fit with what works. So that's where we came up with this 4-year rotation where we can back up enough the year prior to get the cover crops in to get the crops that the cash crops to work. So it's constantly evolving, but that's where we're at today. You go to a conference and you hear some people talk about some things, or you go to a meeting or a field day or different things, and it starts getting you more and more energized to keep trying things, and then understanding more of the biology and the science that's going on within the soil and how you can do all of that is huge.